Hey guys, CryptoDad here again, and today I'm going to show you how to update your Ledger Nano X to the latest firmware version 1.3.0. So let's get started. Alright, so if you have a Ledger Nano X, you should have it connected to your computer with a USB cable and the pin entered, and you're ready to go. So when you launch Ledger Live, go ahead and get yourself logged in. All right, and so when you log in and get yourself to the portfolio home screen, you'll notice that there's a blue dot over here. Now, of course, you won't see this unless you have your Ledger connected, right? And it's a Ledger Nano X. So the manager is specific to the device. So if you have a Ledger Nano X and it's connected, you will see this blue dot over here in Manager. So you'll need to go over here and just click on Manager, and it'll take you over to the Manager screen. All right, and once you get logged into Manager, you'll notice there that it says at the top that the firmware 1.3.0 is available. And then you've got this Update Firmware button. Now, before we update the firmware, I'll let you know that it is a little bit nerve-wracking, right? It is going to upgrade the firmware on the device. And there have been times where this has caused issues with the device. So before you get started, you want to make sure that you know where your 24-word recovery phrase is, and you verified that you have it and it's in a safe place in case something happens to your device during this upgrade. But these modern upgrades are much more seamless and intuitive than the older ones. In the old days, you had to disconnect and reconnect the device and hold down weird buttons while you were reconnecting, and there was a lot of room for error. It's a lot simpler nowadays, so don't be afraid of it. You will not lose your crypto if you have your 24-word recovery phrase safe and secure. It's also a good idea to have a backup device laying around that has been restored with that recovery phrase, so that if you're in a pinch and something happens to your device, you've always got a backup ready to go. So in other words, I have one device here, and then I have another device that I've done a recovery on using the 24-word recovery phrase of my go-to device. So if something happens to this guy, I've got this other guy ready to go. If you only have one device and something happens, then you'll just have to purchase a new one, and you'll be down a few days, right? Waiting for your new one to come. So that's why it's a good idea to have a mirror backup. I've got a great video on how you set up that mirror backup, and I'll put a link to that up in the corner. All right, so let's get started. All right, so as you can see, I've got my device connected, and I'm at the home screen. I'm ready to go. Let's see, I'll move this over to this over here so you can kind of see what's happening. All right, so we're going to hit this Update Firmware button. I want you guys to be able to see what's going on over here. Now, they're giving you the same warning that I gave you. Make sure you've got your 24-word recovery phrase and it's in a safe place, right, in case something happens. But it is very rare. I'll let you know that. So let's acknowledge that we have the recovery phrase. Let's hit continue. All right, and off we go. The first thing it's going to do is download the update for you. And you'll see on the device that it's processing. We're actually downloading firmware onto the device. Sort of a cross between hardware and software, because we are dealing with a hardware device. All right, and there we go. We've got this little identifier on there. So notice there's a little tiny arrow leading to the right, in this case, or my left. All right, so we're just going to hit this metal button to advance over to the next screen. All right, there's that identifier. You'll just want to eyeball that and make sure it's the same one you see on your computer screen. It's one of two, so we're going to need to advance one more over. All right, and then we'll advance one more over, and we've got this confirmation screen. When you see a confirmation screen with a check mark at the top, you want to hit both buttons, right, to activate that command. So we'll hit both buttons. Now we need to enter our PIN code. Notice it's not asking us to disconnect or reconnect, anything crazy. We just need to re-enter our PIN code. So we'll take care of that. All right, and once we've re-entered the PIN code, you'll see that update. And while it's in update mode, just leave it connected. Don't disconnect it. All right, and you'll see that there's a progress screen on your computer looking at the progress of updating the firmware. All right, and there we go. Now we're back to needing to re-enter our PIN. No big deal, just input the PIN again. All right, notice now that when we get back to the home screen that all of our apps are gone, right? The firmware uninstalls all of the apps. Now back in previous versions of firmware updates, it was your responsibility to reinstall all of your apps by hand, right? You just had to remember the apps that you had on there and get them all reinstalled. Well, now they've made it easier. They have this little button here. It's going to reinstall all of the apps that were on there before. It remembers. So just go ahead and click this button and off it goes. All right, you're going to need to allow Ledger Manager access to your device. So we'll click both buttons for that. Notice up here that these are like the placeholders for all of the apps that I had installed on my device previously. And one by one, it's going through and reinstalling all of my apps, right? So it remembers the apps that I have installed on the device. And you can see on the device, each app is getting added. You can also see your progress over here on the side. All right, and there we go. So mine took a little longer than maybe yours will because I had quite a few apps on there. If you only had a few apps on here, it should only just take a couple of minutes to get them all reinstalled. Notice now that it wants you to go over to Manage Accounts. That's normally what it does when you install clean apps on here, but you don't need to alter any of your accounts. I should mention also, before I move over to the next step, that all of the, by doing this, you've got all of your apps up to date. So that's pretty cool, right? You've got the latest version of all of these apps on here now. Now, another thing, you'll notice my device just went to sleep. It does kind of restore the device to its defaults. And I just want to share a little tip with you that I like to do. Notice that it went to sleep and I need to re-enter my PIN. So I'll go ahead and re-enter my PIN. Now that I have the PIN re-entered, I'm going to hold down both buttons for about 2 seconds, maybe 3. Right? Now I'm going to go over to Settings. We'll hit Settings. From General, we're going to scroll over to Security. We'll hit both buttons to enter the security settings. All right, I'm going to scroll down to Auto Lock. I'll hit both buttons. And Auto Lock is defaulted to go to sleep after 10 minutes of inactivity. I am going to scroll back up to the top here and just put No Auto Lock. All right, once you've done that, you can back out and then go over to Back and hit both buttons, and it'll take you back to the home screen. This will prevent the device from going to sleep while you're using it. Always remember to unplug your device when you're done using it. You don't want to just leave it connected and have somebody happen upon your device and have full access to it, right? So the auto lock feature is a security setting, but I find it a little bit irritating when I'm physically present and using the device that it goes to sleep. So I go ahead and turn that off, and I just remember to disconnect the device when I'm done using it. All right. Now, as we mentioned before, it wants me to go over to manage my accounts. I can go over here. I don't need to add any more accounts, right? I was fine where I was, so I'm just going to dismiss this, right? And all of your accounts that you had on there before are still there, right? This process does not change any of your accounts. It doesn't delete your accounts or anything of that nature, right? And so you're good to go. You can go right back in and start using your accounts, and everything's going to be up to date and usable, right? So if you have any questions about anything I did, please throw them up in the comments, and I'll do my best to get them answered. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.